Richie, I suppose, what a bounce back on Saturday from the defeat on last weekend. Obviously disappointing after the opening win, but just couldn't get the goal, I suppose, to get the equaliser.
Yeah, it was a little bit frustrating in terms of the result. Obviously, the performance was okay. Obviously, could have been a little bit better, but as you say, we just couldn't take our chances on the night. But a big game that early, big crowd in and stuff like that, it'll only stand to the lads going forward, which would be great, in terms of hopefully, we can bounce back and push on from Friday, as you say,
We've been chatting about it, like the game just coming thick and fast, and they're all tough games really in this league. There's so many teams going for those promotion spots. There's 5 or 6 different teams there with the chance of finishing in those playoff spots and possibly topping the division. And Longford are certainly in the mix there, so it's going to be a tough one again on Saturday.
Yeah. Look, Longford are experienced side. They've players from Bray. Obviously, Gary Crone's brought in players from Bray from last season, and they've a few lads obviously that have Premier Division experience from last year as well. So we know it's going to be another tough game. As you see Friday night, Galway very organised, came down, had a plan and stuff like that. Teams are going to try and stop us from playing at times, so we're going to have to find different ways of winning games as well at times. It mightn't be as fluent and stuff some weeks, but look, can we get those goals and take the chances?
I suppose teams kind of are aware after the Bray game, especially that this Cork City team is capable now this season of scoring quite a few goals, and they'll set up accordingly as well.
Oh, brilliant! Yeah, they are. Like, it's like the start is great, but like at the same time for us, we know that like every team is looking at us now, and they're saying if they do give us too much space, that we can score goals, and that as well. So it's up to us, as I say. Look, if it's a set piece or look, the most important thing is that you get the first goal. I think in games, and especially tight games. The chances we had probably on Friday night, just before half time, I thought from the set pieces and stuff, I think if we'd scored one of them, maybe that we could have gone in the second half maybe and gone on and won the game.
So you had 2 great chances just after Galway scored with the keeper just getting them off the line. That could have totally changed the game.
Yeah. Look, we do a lot of work on set pieces, and you look back at the game and the routines were brilliant. It was just the finishing part of it was the last bit,
I suppose a big disappointment, and it probably had a big effect on the game on Friday as well, was Dylan McGlade going off injured so early, especially after he got the hat-trick on the previous weekend. So how is he now? Obviously, do we know how long he's going to be out for?
We'll get the results of the scan this evening. It looks like he'll be a few weeks at least, So look, once we get the scan results and stuff like that, we can assess it more on that. But he's going to be out for a bit, which is disappointing. Obviously, after the start he had, he's had a good pre-season as well, and he was looking obviously himself to get more goals for the team and so on. And he started that way obviously in Bray as well. So look, we just have to give someone else an opportunity, going forward.
Probably puts that small little bit of pressure then on the rest of the lads to try and get amongst the goals, and some of them have been in recent weeks. I mean, obviously Barry Coffey got a couple up in Bray as well. Keating and Keane Murphy has been scoring as well.
Yeah, we've got lads in the team now that can get goals. As you say, look, I think Ali and Keane Coleman as well from the back as well from set pieces are going to hopefully chip in the season as well. So we've got goals all around the team now, which is something probably we mightn't have had last year. So looking forward to seeing how that pans out over the coming weeks.
Considering the start you made, Richie, with in Bray, like how disappointing was it, and what's the biggest thing you'll be taking out of the performance on Friday night when you discussed it afterwards?
Probably looking back at the game, Trev, is that you look at the first half, and we spoke, obviously did our homework on Galway and stuff like that. We knew they would come down and be organised and so on, but it was second balls in the first half. Galway would be very strong at that, and I just felt that maybe McCormick and Hurley were picking up second balls too easy in the first half, winning free kicks in the middle of the park and obviously putting us back that way. In terms of our general play, probably in the second half when Galway went down to 10 men, just the speed of our play could have been a bit better. It's something obviously that we spoke to the players about and that as well. It's just you can sense at times when you're up against 2 banks of 4, it's probably the hardest thing to break down is a low block, in football, but it's just the speed of the player on the back. Can we move that block around, and can we find spaces in between the lines and get our opportunities? I felt that when both Mats came on, actually, that they gave us something a little bit different, in between the lines, and they caused them a few more problems in that second half. But that would probably be the overall kind of thing I take away from the game, you know, is that maybe the speed of play could have been just a little bit better against that low block, you know.
I suppose, Richie, like when Cork said they were winning things, when they were competing at the top, Turner's Cross was a hard place to come and win, like, so it's kind of a big setback, you know. So the first home match in front of 5,000 people there, and I suppose the expectancy was huge after that 6-0 win, which you'd expect from fans. But you know, obviously want to get back to making Turner's Cross like a fortress.
Yeah,
and get a lot of points from home.
Yeah, definitely. No, that goes without saying. But at the same time, look, I'd be more worried if it was if we didn't create anything on Friday night. I'd be more worried. Let's say like the game, we're playing one of the big teams in the division early on, big crowd in. You know, there's a lot, as you say, expected in that. But if you look back at the game, we had enough chances to win the game, you know, comfortably. You know, so. On the flip side, obviously, look, you'll always look for improvements in terms of your performances and stuff like that. But on the flip side, I did think we did enough to win the game, so that would be the positive aspect to it then as well, you know. Yeah,
just looking ahead to Saturday night, Longford, they haven't played yet. You know, is that an advantage for you? 2 games under your belt, do you think, Richie?
You can look at it both ways. Like they're probably bursting to go now as well, you know. Home game as well for them, and that as well. They've probably been looking at the last couple of weeks, and they've probably had more time probably to prepare for us than we have for them as well. So. Look, it's a great game for them to have as well, like having us coming up there as well. But look, we'll just concentrate on ourselves. We'll look to bounce back, as we say, you know, and try and fix a few things from Friday night, you know.
How much do you know about them at this stage, Longford? Because they really didn't kick a ball yet.
I got a few videos from pre-season, but obviously, look, you know, pre-season, you have a few changes and so on, you know. Look, just knowing Gary from Bray last year, he's open and expansive in terms of the way he plays. He likes to be possession based and stuff, so I do expect him to try and get on the ball and play a bit, you know. So it just look, it's another tough test. Gary's teams are always well organised as well, you know. So for us, we need to be at it if we're going to get to 3 points, you know.
Yeah, who picks the team now, Sarah? Are you picking it yourself?
Yeah, well, look, myself now and the lads inside, we're going to kind of work in together. I brought Liam Carney in as well for the next couple of games and so on as well, you know. So just good to have that experience as well, yeah. So look, training's been fine. The lads have been great. Today was a good session as well. So look, we're looking forward to the game.
Yeah, just the last one for me. So Richie, like, how important is it not to drop more points? I know it's early in the season, but you know, like the teams that are going to be up there, like they're not going to drop too many points. There's a lot of good teams in it, so. Yeah. You know, we spoke to Colin obviously ahead of the season, saying how important it is to hit the ground running. Like, you know, it's important not to drop too many points early on with so many good teams in the division. Yeah, it is. Yeah, look, it is. Like, I think the lads, like from the start of last season, been playing catch up. You know, probably from the middle of the season, you know, there was a good little run put together and stuff like that. But it's something that the group inside are aware of as well, that we don't want to be in that situation again where we're trying to play catch up early on and stuff like that. So no, it's a big game, but they all are, you know. So let's just kind of, for us, all we're focusing on at the moment is Longford and getting the 3 points, you know. Good luck Saturday.
Cheers, Trev. Thanks.
Which I just think Kevin looking ahead there. Cian Murphy, right?
Yeah.
He's a proven goal scorer, probably one of the best players we had last season. I don't see top scorer, not but he was close.
Yeah.
How big an impact are you looking for him this year, and how big a help will somebody like Rory Keating be to him?
Murph's been brilliant. Like, he's been brilliant since I've come in anyway, definitely, you know. Like, I came in myself there middle of the summer, and he went on a goal scoring run. I would have worked with Keane before, obviously in the academy and stuff like that, so I know him very well. His strengths, you know, in behind, and I just think his finishing has improved over the last number of months as well, you know. But look, Keats obviously comes in with experience, you know. He's played in England and so on, and obviously he's a very good professional as well, Keats is, you know. And you see out there training today, the finishing it was really good, of a high quality, you know. So I've no worries. The lads, I think the lads will get goals, you know. It's just when, you know. I think when that first one goes in for Cian Murphy, I think you see he'll go on a run again, you know.
Did you have a good understanding fairly quickly, like?
Yeah, no, they do. But like both players are very flexible. They can drop in and both can go in behind. You know, they're very comfortable drifting into wide areas as well, and that playing the channels and all that as well. So, no, they're look, they can always improve. You know, like, we're always trying to drive the standards here for them. Like, but no, look, I've no worries about the two of them. I think look, as the season goes on and the games go on, and they get up to that match rhythm, you know, like obviously early on in the season and stuff like that. After the long break, it might take 2-3 games to get that full match rhythm, you know. But I do see the boys scoring goals, yeah.
I think if a couple of the chances the other night felt like Hale Murphy, if they different outcome maybe.
Maybe, yeah.
Just felt it on them,
Yeah, maybe. So look. Take each game as it comes, and look. Hopefully, Murph gets a couple of chances on Saturday, and he can put them away.
And now you're working to various systems, I presume, which was 4-4-2 the other night.
Yeah, 4-4-2. Yeah.
4-3-3 as well.
We-
That's all set pattern of formation.
Yeah, I
Switching one to the other.
Yeah, I think this year's group, obviously, look, with the players we have in and stuff, and the information they can take on board, we can be flexible in terms of our systems and that, you know. But look, the principles of our play stay the same. You know, we want to be high intense. You know, we want to be quick on transitions. You know, play forward quickly. Obviously, the wide players in 1v1 situations and get crosses into the box and so on. You know, so look, systems are systems, but look at the same time, look, the main thing is winning football matches. You know.